What's up, everybody? It's the MMA podcast. We have UFC 297. So in regards to 297, we got Strickland standing up for the Canadians. And on Twitter, it's going crazy. I'm reading the comments and everyone's saying, let's go, brother. You're going to war for us right now. We love you and appreciate this so much. I've been a diehard fan of yours since day one. Canadians feel the same way you do. I promise you, in our country is just corrupt at all levels. Our government owns our media. Explanation. And this is somebody who seems to have a little social following, yay? Alright, so it's not the only one. As a Canadian, I say thank you. It needed to be said. Strickland on fighting in Canada. You know, there's no such thing as hate speech. There's just people that hate speech. Hey, ain't that the truth? So let's take that note. There's no such thing as hate speech. There are just people that hate speech. And let's play Strickland, see what he has to say.
But when have you ever seen a UFC champion, George St. Pierre, or anybody else stick up for you fucking guys? I am not chasing the Chinese check mark of Nike. I don't give a fuck about that. I care about you guys. I care about you guys being free. I care about you guys having...
Look at the guy behind him. He's like Sean. Everyone's kind of like laughing. Dana White's letting him speak. Everyone's a little on edge, like, oh, this guy doesn't say nothing too out of order, you know?
Freedom of speech. I give a fuck about you guys, and I'll tell you what, you guys are fucking awesome, and I cannot wait for this man to fucking go to war for you fucking guys. Let's go.
Everyone's for Sean. Now, the things that he said during the press conference, he was ripping somebody apart. Some media guy asked him a question.
We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community.
Yeah, this is the one right here. Look how many likes it got. I don't know how many views. I don't know how to count the views. Oh, look, 12 million. Holy crap. 12. How much did the other one get?
But when have you ever...
2.1 million on the first one. This one got 12 million. So this is the stuff that everyone's talking about. There's no such thing as hate speech. There's just people that hate speech. Alright, so let's read everything before we get into it. I don't know who this guy is, and I don't care, but you're not a man. But you take that as a compliment. Got him. This is how we have to treat these people. We gave them an inch. They took the whole planet. Time to write the shit. I mean, some of these people, their language isn't the best, but I get what you're saying. Alright, let's read the next one. Truth. Dogs only come in female or male, and cutting off a male's dogs doesn't make it a female. Anyone who believes that cutting off a human balls makes it a female is living in a serious warped reality. Man, it seems like a lot of people are agreeing with Sean here. How can a man not care if his son is gay and will result in a genetic dead end? Wow. Wow. Don't ever let them censor you. One more. This is it. Like, this is what I mean. Oh, leftists don't want equal treatment. They want... Alright. I'm not understanding what this dude's saying. I'm just gonna click on it. Leftists don't want equal treatment. They want yeah. Some of these dudes English, man.
We've got
what? Let's not be an idiot. Let's not be an idiot. Like, the dude's trying to sound smart, but it's just not making sense. So let's see if he's fucking making sense. Let's go to Google. Don't mind my porn tag.
Preferential.
Why do people gotta try to sound smart? Preferential, a preference. That's what the dude could have just said. That's it. Like, people try to sound so smart, and I don't even understand what they're saying. I don't even want to read what this guy's got. He puts a whole article and all this. Like, nah. You're an infection. Protect Sean at all costs. This dude's a real one. Pure effing truth. The world needs more of this. See, these are regular comments. People trying to put big words and sound smart. You could have just put preference. People, man.
Got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said
we have a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I want to ask you something that you wrote a couple of years ago.
We got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said if I had a gay son, I would think I.
I want to ask you something you asked a couple of years ago. You said if you had a gay son, like, we're coming for you. A couple of years ago, Sean wasn't champion. Now he's champion. Now we're coming for you.
Another. I'm saying in the swamp. You got.
See what I'm saying? This guy, swamp.
As a swamp.
You become a champion, you become a star, and then someone.
Let me ask you something. Are you gay?
I had the chance to act with a more diverse.
Are you? Let me know. Are you gay?
Can I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking.
I'm asking you a question. Are you this? Oh, can I get an answer? Can I get an answer? The dude's a weasel, man.
This is the part of.
Good job for Sean for calling that out.
Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
I'm an ally of the community. He just sounds like a douchebag. I'm an ally of the community. Like, yes or no? Clearly, if you're an ally, you're probably, yeah. Could have just said yeah. So clearly you're denouncing who you are. If you're ashamed of being who you are, why does he have to condone it? Make it make sense.
Okay. If you had a son and he was like, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Well, dude, you're a weak fuck.
He said he has no problem without having a grandkid. The dude's clearly being a douchebag. It's like, okay, then why did you have a kid? If you don't want it to keep going on, why did you have a kid? It coincides with this comment that this guy said. How can a man not care if his son is gay and will result in a genetic dead end? Now let's see all the comments under this comment. He said the guy blocked me on Twitter, but the reporter is 100% gay or trans himself. Hey, I'm gonna just leave that there. I'm gonna leave that there.
We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in the.
Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son and he was like, he had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're part of the fucking problem. You elected Justin Trudeau,
you're a part of the problem. You're electing dudes who are sabotaging the people. We read the comments. Clearly the people are with Sean, so what he's saying is not false. The government is corrupt. We've seen that from Canadians under the comment section. So we're just taking all this into a perspective here.
Fucking when he sees the bank accounts, you're just fucking pathetic. And the fact that you have no fucking backbone.
If the government ever oppresses us, then that's why we have the right to bear arms, to protect us from the government. Because remember when England colonized everyone and you had a civil war? Well, we didn't want to be controlled by Britain again, so that's why we have it in the Constitution that every American has the right to bear arms.
And has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid shit like that, go.
Again, there's so much going on in the world, and instead of you focusing your media and your power and your influence on things that matter, things that can make a difference, you try to sabotage a man. You literally ask him a setup question to try to bring him down. Now that he's on the world stage, everyone knows who he is. So why didn't you ask him this question a few years ago when he said it? Oh, wait. I'm clout chasing, quote unquote. That's what the interviewer's doing. He's clout chasing because he ended up blocking Sean Strickland, blocked a couple people, reposted some stuff saying that Sean should be canceled. And guess what? If Sean should be canceled, why are you asking him this question? Because you're trying to cancel him. So for Sean to flick him off and say F you, I'm totally with it.
Go fuck yourself. Move the fuck on, man.
That doesn't really answer the question.
He's a coward. And then the dude still keeps trying to antagonize him, saying, "Oh, you didn't answer my question." Why? You didn't get Sean's point. There's so much going on in the world right now, especially in Canada. You got your government seizing bank accounts. So why don't you make that an issue? Why don't you press light on that to better society rather than try to bring a man down who comes from absolutely nothing?
But I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what and will know what they stand for. Are you
This guy's like, hey, this Canadian's not that Canadian.
Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light.
You said, "Are you still going to use your fight time?" Jesus, that whoever is asking the question should never be allowed in there again. He's the epitome of a douchebag.
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world.
Weasel.
You are an infection.
An infection.
You are the...
And let's not get this misconstrued, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Strickland is not calling him an infection because of his preference on how he chooses to live his life and sleep with, okay? He's calling him that because based off of principles. The world is chaotic. There's very big problems that are going on in your own country, and yet you're trying to tear another man down in a different country on a world stage where you could be using this time to shed light on the problems of your country. And this guy is trying to tear him down. That's the reason why he's saying that he's weak. And he is exactly who he is. Because any man that tries to tear another man down is weak.
definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you.
And that's that. It's not about anything else. It's not about sexuality. It's clearly about him trying to bring another man down in the midst of the situation. This is his highest platform. And instead of like being nice to him, you're trying to bring him down. It's like you were waiting. You were waiting. You wait for the guy to get to the mountaintop and then you want to shoot him right down. Like, no, buddy. No, buddy. No. If you wanted to shoot him down, why didn't you shoot him down at the at those fight night press conferences when he was talking about women? And see, Sean Strickland said way much more stuff than this, all right? And I'm not defending him on what he says, but we just know, hey, Dana White doesn't care. It's freedom of speech. These dudes are getting punched in the face for a living. It's not like the NFL or basketball where they have to censor what they say. If this is how he feels, this is how he feels. And I see absolutely nothing wrong with it.
And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your fucking bullshit you're fucking peddling. The world is not saying, you know what, you're right, fucking chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are two genders.
Now when he starts getting into this, he's saying, hey, the world's not saying, he's using that as an example. He's sitting here saying, dude, you're worried about the wrong stuff. That's what he's pretty much saying. You're the problem because you're worried about the wrong stuff. Worry about something that matters. Worry about something that can make a difference. Do something that can make a difference rather than trying to tear another man down.
I don't want my kids being taught about, who they could fuck in school. I don't want my kids being taught about...
And why is he saying this? Because it's irrelevant. There's too many problems going on. Your kids should be taught about the government, how to handle money. There's too many problems going on for people to be worried about small stuff, okay? To Sean, this is small. He's saying that this is insignificant to the bigger picture. That's really what he's saying.
Their sexual preference. Like, dude, this guy is a fucking enemy. You want to look at the fucking enemy to our world? It's that motherfucker right there.
It's him. He's the enemy because he's shining light on things that are not important. We're going to war right now. Ukraine's going to war. Russia's at war. Who else is at war? The whole world is at war right now. And you're worried about having sex? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. When you really look at it, it sounds pretty pathetic. You're worried about sex as a grown man when the whole world is at war. The whole dollar is about to collapse. And you're worried about sex. Get your mind right, people. Sean Strickland for president. Hoorah.